looking at BOM 500, we start from the daily time frame. So the daily time frame, you can see that price was bullish from this point going up like this. This was all a bullish move, and it took a very long time since last year. As you can see, it's on daily. So we start the analysis afresh. So we don't need to look at all this price action because you're not going to use it anytime soon. So we just look at the recent price action that's taking place. So here we can see price was moving in an uptrend, creating impulses and pullbacks. Let's start from this point: impulse, pullback, impulse, pullback, then impulse, pullback, impulse, back, impulse, pullback, and this was the last impulse on the bullish side, right? So in market structure, the last valid pullback that is taken out by the following pullback is what we call inducement, right? So if price is moving in a direction like this, giving us an impulse, pullback, impulse, pullback, impulse, pullback. This last pullback is what we identify as an inducement, right? But if price creates another impulse above it, this is no longer an inducement. The latest or the last pullback is what we identify as the inducement. So the moment this inducement is taken out, this point becomes a valid high. All these points here are not high highs, they're invalid high highs. A high is only valid if price take out this inducement. All right. So when the inducement is taken out and price give us another it close above the previous high. This is called a breakout structure, right? And then when price creates another pullback inside this move, this is the inducement. So when this inducement is taken out again, this becomes a valid high. And the moment breakout structure happens, this becomes a valid lower low, right? And if price break this point, this is called a change of character. And to expect price to create another pullback impulse, the last pullback is our inducement. So let me put some drawings so you can easily understand what I'm talking about. This last pullback stage is what to identify as the inducement, right? So you can identify it on a chart with that three letters idea, this main inducement. And the moment inducement is taken out, this becomes a valid high, right? And when this high is taken out by this impulse move, we call this a breakout structure, right? And then you can identify this with BOS shortcuts. Okay, so this is breakout structure, right? And if price does not respect this previous lower high and it's broken, we call that a change of character, right? So after the change of character, what do you expect? We expect price to change direction from the bullish side and go to the bearish side, right? So we identify this as our change of character. Right. Oh, this was a typo. Change of character. So after the change of character, again, we're looking for the next inducement, and this will be our valid inducement. And after that inducement is taken out, we look for price to mitigate our point of interest, which would be maybe an order flow at this point. And then when price mitigate that order flow, it will continue to sell. Or you can refine your order flow to come up with an order block. But then you can sell from here. So this is the diagram to help you understand what I'm going to show you on the charts. Now going back to the charts, you can see that this was the last valid pullback that was taken out, right? And we identified this as our inducement, right? Can use the three letters idea. This is our inducement. And the moment inducement is taken out, that validates this point here as a valid high, right? And when that valid high is taken out, we have something called a breakout structure, meaning price is still going to the upside. Right? Breakout structure. So after the breakout structure, we expect price to continue bullish, but in this case, price did not continue bullish because this lower high, was taken out, meaning it's now a change of character, right? So now that with the change of character, we're not looking for sell entries on the daily time frame. And this was in April when the low high was created. It was taken out in June, right? So this is our new change of character, indicating that 1500 on the daily time frame, it's about to go bearish, right? So with this in mind, we will now look for sell possibilities, right? So here, the same thing. You can see as price was going to the downside, it was creating impulses and pullbacks, right? From this point, it created an impulse up to this zone, then a pullback, right? Then another impulse, then another pullback, then another impulse, the pullback, impulse, pullback, impulse, pullback, impulse, pullback, impulse, right? So now we said our adjustment is the last valid pullback. So you can see all these pullbacks are not mitigated, meaning they are not adjustment. This is the last pullback and that's adjustment. And we can identify this using the three letters, like I mentioned before, idea to indicate our adjustment, right? So this is our adjustment. So after adjustment, what do we have? We have a valid lower low at this point. The point adjustment is taken out. And when this low is taken out, this is now a breakout structure, right? So when price gives us a breakout structure, it now means we are looking for it to continue to the bearish side, right? But you can see in this leg here, we have another minor adjustment created, right? You can see from this higher low that was created at this point, price started going down from this point, gave us an impulse, then a pullback, then an impulse, which is what we're currently at. And this is our adjustment, this point right here, right? So what you might see on the daily time frame is price will take out this adjustment and continue selling, right? So price might do something like come to this adjustment, check it out, give us a reversal pattern, and then continue to sell. Or price just continue to create another pullback here and continue the impulse move. So this is on the daily time frame, and we're looking for sell positions on 500. Now, for us to get our entries, we can go to the daily time frame, to the 1 hour time frame, I mean. And on the 1 hour time frame, we can see that price is in a bearish momentum. Let me zoom out to see the price action that we only need. So this is for the daily time frame. We don't need to see it on 1 hour. Okay, so now on the 1 hour time frame, we can see price was creating impulse and pullbacks. Let's just start from here. Impulse, then pullback, then impulse. Then this pullback was taken out, meaning it's now adjustment. Then price went here. Valid, and when this adjustment was taken out, this becomes a valid lower low. And when it's broken, it becomes breakout structure. And then price give us another impulse, pullback, impulse, and this adjustment was taken out, meaning this is now a valid lower low, and then price continue to give us a breakout structure. So let me indicate it so you can easily identify it. So this is, I said, it's our first adjustment that was taken out, validating the lower low, right? And then when the adjustment is taken out, this lower low becomes valid. And when the lower low is taken out, it becomes a breakout structure. Breakout structure, right? So the same process happens again and again. And you can see here, this was the last adjustment, which was taken out. And you can identify that as adjustment. Right. So after the adjustment is taken out, we now have a valid lower low at this point. right? And when the low is taken out again, we have another breakout structure here, right? So when breakout structure is taken out, price will create a new valid lower high at this point, right? And you can see price was bearish all this point, but the moment price takes out the previous valid high, this becomes a change of character here, right? So now that we have a change of character on hourly time frame, we expect price to go bullish for the meantime and maybe mitigate the daily time frame adjustment, then continue to sell. All right. So now that we have this change of character, what are we looking for? We're looking for entry confluences. So we can use this order block here, which is valid, right? And you can see there's also an adjustment which has just been taken out at this point, right? So the adjustment is taken out. We are only waiting for price to mitigate the extreme order block, and we can buy from this extreme order block, right? So these are the scenarios we can look for today on 500, right? Either price will create an entry criteria here for the scope single candle order block here, then we need to buy, or price will come back and to mitigate this extreme order block, give us a reversal confirmation, and then from here we can continue to buy. So this is what I have on 500. And on the question so far on 500. And when trading, you have to look for both possibilities. This is another possibility, right, for the buy. But if price is to sell, it will respect this trend line here. And then maybe it will create something like this, break this, then retest, then continue to sell. So these are the three possibilities here. So you just see our price reaction, how price is being delivered, and then you can react and take your entries. So this is it for 500. Now we go to volatility 25. So the analysis is already done here. So I'm just going to explain what the analysis is. So on the 1 hour time frame, we can see price was in a bullish structure, right? As you can see, this breakout structure here. Then price took out adjustment, and then it created liquidity here, and then liquidity was taken out, as you can see by this candle here. And then after that liquidity, there was a extreme order block here, right? And the order block was mitigated, and price continued to go up, and also created another liquidity here, which might be taken out. Let me refresh the chart. Okay, so this is the recent transaction, right? And you can see this order block was mitigated, and after that, price left an imbalance or a fair value gap at this point, which is just got mitigated. So in the meantime, if you want to take the risk, maybe you can look for buy entries after this candle close, right? If this candle closes and another bullish candle is formed, creating an imbalance here, you can look for an entry type called a single candle order block entry here, and then you can buy targeting these highs because there's liquidity above here. So this could be your entry for the boom 500. I mean for the volatility, and the stop loss, you can put it below the imbalance, or if you want to be safe, below here, and it's your target will be here. So for the derivative indices, this is what I have for today. Now going to the current space. We start with gold. I already did the analysis on the daily time frame yesterday, so today I'll just look at the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, you can see price is bullish because of this breakout structure, and this lower high was transferred from this point to this point because there was a liquidity grab. So the structure points you have at the moment is this higher high and this lower high, right? And as you can see, price is bullish, and I'm anticipating that price will continue bullish and take out this swing high, mitigating into this extreme order block. And this order block was created on June 7th, Friday. And this order block is valid because, as you can see, it took out liquidity of the previous candle here, and it created an imbalance below it. So this imbalance is attracting price as well as this order block. So for gold, I'm expecting buys or price to mitigate this order block, and maybe we can get a sale reaction from there. But to get your entries, you can go to 5 minutes time frame and study 5 minutes time frame price action to come up with your entry. So the recent price action I identified on 5 minutes, this is our last inducement that was taken out. It's our last inducement, and this is the highest point. So this extreme order block is where you could get an entry possibly. So if you apply your sessions too, you can see that we're currently in the Tokyo session. And then when the London session opens, maybe if price continues bearish like it is on 5 minutes, we will see something like this, price continuing with bearish momentum in the Tokyo session. And then when London session opens, price might mitigate into this order block and give us a reversal pattern, and then we can buy gold from this point. Is another possibility. Another possibility is price will just range inside this Asian session, and then this is already mitigated here, and then maybe to do a liquidity sweep on the London session open and give us a reversal pattern, still targeting this extreme order block. So these are the two scenarios we have on gold for today. Then going to the Euro US dollar, daily time frame analysis was done yesterday. So today I'm just on the 1 hour time frame. So yes, we can see as well, price is bullish, change of character, break of structure, break of structure. Now we're looking for another break of structure. So you can see price is bullish for the past 2 days, right? Starting on Tuesday, price started the bullish momentum and is still bullish. So you can apply your Fibonacci tool to see the premium and discount levels, right? So everything inside below the 50% zone, this is a discounted area. So you can look for buy interest from this point, the high probability. So what I'm looking for is to see price come into this discount areas. Then you can buy from either the decisional order block or the extreme order block. And another entry you can get is after the mitigation of the inducement, price can also give us a reversal and then continue bullish. So those are the three possibilities you have on the Euro US dollar. And then you can apply your sessions too, and you can see price is still in the Tokyo session. So in the London session open, price might as well just mitigate this order flow where the when the inducement is, without even going for the order blocks and buy from there. Because as you can see, there's a valid order flow at this point. So price might just mitigate this order flow if the London sessions open on the order flow. Then we can get interest from there. So that's another possibility. So you just need to be on the watch and see how price will be delivered during the day. So this is for today. This is all the analysis I have. Anyone with a question, you can type in the chat, or you can unmute your mic and ask.